Unconfirmed reports have surfaced that National Insurance Board Chairman Greg Moss has been asked by the Prime Minister to step down from his post. ZNS News now understands that the request was made today, and apparently it follows the distribution of a letter from Moss to the media contradicting the Prime Minister, who said a corporate credit card issued to Moss was taken away.
Now, earlier today, Minister with responsibility for the National Insurance Board, Shane Gibson, responded to Moss's letter explaining that what transpired between him, Moss, and the Prime Minister regarding this credit card. Our Janae Noel Ferguson has that story.
If the Prime Minister said something that he didn't agree with, I would have thought that he would either go to the Prime Minister or come to me and ask for clarification. And so I just thought that he took a very unusual way of trying to have the matter dealt with.
Minister with responsibility for the National Insurance Board, Shane Gibson, says he's disappointed in the way Chairman Greg Moss released information to the media about comments the Prime Minister made last week.
I gave specific instructions to the chairman to discontinue the use of the credit card. I didn't physically ask him to turn in the credit card. I asked him to discontinue the use until we had an opportunity to have the audit completed. But once I told the PM he no longer had use, and obviously the PM would have taken the position that he didn't have the credit card.
Moss also took exception to comments attributed to the Prime Minister about freewheeling going on within the organization.
If the Prime Minister had thought that there was a free-fall since he appointed the current board of directors, then it was very easy. All he had to do was get rid of the persons who he thought were causing the free-fall. And so he was not referring to that. He was referring to what happened prior to May 7th. So I don't know how that was taken out of context.
In the statement, Moss says his name has been vilified and that he's watched with interest and later concern as those charged to respond with allegations have, for whatever reason, failed to do so or added to the vilification. He said that although he's a fervent supporter of the PLP, he is a nationalist first. Mr. Gibson also responded to this.
Nobody's going to pressure me into responding before it's time to respond. I was given a letter recommending that Cargill be terminated. I think that Saturday, the letter appeared in Bahamas Press. Right? I don't know who was creating mischief, trying to pressure me into agreeing for Cargill to be terminated, because it was only a recommendation. Once we decided that a forensic audit would be completed, then obviously you had to sort of back off and allow the process to take its course. And so when I read that letter, the only thing I thought was left out was and so I therefore tendered my resignation. I mean, that's unfortunate, but I mean, I don't see, obviously, I mean, I don't have a difficulty working with the chairman. I think he's a great person. We have a wonderful relationship, but obviously it appeared from the letter that he may be uncomfortable in his positions.
Moss also detailed other matters concerning the guaranteed letter to Doctors Hospital for a Grand Bahama resident and allegations that he made internal changes at NIB that were against company policy. These matters are currently before the courts. Now, an audit of the National Insurance Board is presently ongoing. According to Mr. Gibson, they expected the results of that audit before the Christmas holidays, but auditors requested more time. He hopes to have that audit in his possession by month's end. Janae Noel Ferguson, ZNS Network News.